Good morning. As I was praying in my chapel today, I was just a little restless. I was trying to pray, really just focus and hone in on my time with God. And so it's like, maybe I could read this book and start reading a little bit. And like, no, maybe I want to do something else. Like, I just felt kind of like scattered, right? Like I had to do something to produce God watching over me. And that happens quite a bit when I'm at prayer. For those of you who know me, you know the way my brain works. So I'm sure you can imagine that sometimes it's hard for me just to kind of just like slow down and be in the moment with the Lord. And the Lord reminded me of my favorite verse of scripture, Psalm 46 verse 10, be still and know that I am God. I'm like, yep, I know, I need to be still. And then I try to figure out how I'm going to be still rather than just being still. But it's amazing the way different verses of scripture and even just different words pop out at different times. And so what just really jumped out was be still and know that I am God. Right? He's God. I'm not. And the beautiful thing is, how is it that I realize it? It's by being still. Why? Right? Because if I'm still, that actually allows me to then say like, yeah, I actually need to know that you're God. If I am so busy trying to do so many things and produce and prove myself, and even if it's not producing or trying to prove myself, if it's just simply, these are the things that I need to do and I need to keep all the plates spinning. There's a lot, like I'm juggling a lot of balls right now and I need to keep all those up in the air. Like in some sense, then what I'm saying, right, I'm not being still because I'm trying to do all these things. Not that there's not things that need to be done, right? We do the things that God asks us to do, right? But if I'm going to just be still and not, if I'm like, I need to keep all these things going and I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do that and this is important and I need to do this and this depends on me. In some sense, what I'm doing at that point is saying that, you know what, I'm God, right? Subconsciously, I'm not actually thinking this, right? But be still and know that God is God. In other words, don't think that you need to do all these things to keep these things going, because if you don't do them, they won't get done. Sometimes being the pastor of a big parish and kind of, being the leader, think, okay, I need to do all these things. I need to keep all these things going. I need to go. Subconsciously, and maybe even this happens as a parent, right? As a mother or a father, right? I need to do these things. Subconsciously, what can happen sometimes is I kind of fall into this trap of, okay, I need to do all these things. I'm the leader here. In some sense, it's almost like, okay, I am the God of this parish. But that's not true. I am not the one that keeps this parish going. God is. And I need to be willing to be still, know that He is God, and say, okay, God, show me how you desire for me to lead now, rather than just feeling like I'm on my own to lead to get all this stuff done. Be still and know that I am God. In your own life, where have you felt the pressure to not let God be God? Where have you felt the pressure to be God? Where you feel like I have to do these things because if I don't, they're not going to get done. Or it's not going to get done right. Or if I don't do these, who knows, X, Y, or Z will happen. What if we take a moment to pause and say, God, I'm going to let you be God. And I'm going to just sit back, not to not do anything, but actually engage with you, to rest with you. And maybe what God's going to do after He reminds you that He's God is say, yep, I'm with you, and I put my hand of blessing on the same things that you were planning on doing anyway, right? It's very possible you may end up doing the same things, but you'll do so knowing that God is backing you, knowing that God is with you, knowing that you have an advocate, Him giving you the peace that the world can't give, but only He can give. So I encourage you today, no matter what you have going on, to be still and know that He is God. To be still and give God back that title. Okay, God, you can be God. I don't need to be God here. It'll be better because, first of all, He does a better job of being God than you do because He is God, right? And it takes the pressure off of us to feel like we have to be God. We can't. He can. And He'll do it well. And He'll give you blessings in the midst of it. And you'll experience His peace. So know that He's with you. Let God be God. Be still and have an amazing day.